Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609 in Kingsland, Texas this morning. I'm just driving in here on Highway 1431. It's 10:24 a.m. Central Standard Time. 65 top down degrees. Finally, it's nice and sunny and bright here in Kingsland, Texas. It's December the 17th, 2016. And for those of you that have not seen Kingsland, Texas, well, you're going to get to see it now. Right now, because old Rusty's going to show it to you. It's not much. It's an unincorporated little community. They have no police department, none of that stuff, no city taxes. A little lakefront community on Lake LBJ in Central Texas, USA. And up here we have Santa Claus in the street begging for money. What it is all these little volunteer fire departments, and there's nothing against them. I guess they're needed, but they're always out trying to raise money. And I remember running into a city councilman out in Alpine, Texas one time that said that he had recommended to the city of Alpine to eliminate the fire department and just put that money in a fund. And when a house burned to the ground, then they would use that fund to pay the difference between what the insurance company paid to rebuild it and help the people get back on their feet again. And he actually ran the numbers based on the number of fires and what it cost to run the fire department, and he found that if they had done that 10 years before, they'd be several $1 million ahead. But anyway, nobody wanted to hear that crap. In fact, he didn't get reelected, and that's enough of that story. What we're going to talk about this morning is the printer. And this is certainly not going to be a product review. I'm just going to discuss what happened with me ordering. My old printer had an Epson. It went out. I ordered a new one from Walmart. They had a Canon Pixma, Pixma, MG2922 on sale for $24, regularly $45. And I got one 2 weeks ago, and it didn't work. Our technical support couldn't get it to work. So they said they'd send me another one, and they did, and I got it yesterday. And the good news is it works. It will cloud print using my Chromebook, which I love, and I can also use my Android smartphone if I choose to print stuff. So, and that pretty much is the story of the Pixma, except I want to elaborate just briefly and tell you that if you get a Canon printer, I have to tell you their technical support and their customer service is very good. It's in Chesapeake Bay somewhere, and anyway, you can understand them. They're not from a foreign country. They get right to it, and they hang on there till they get it corrected, or they send you the new product. Anyway, we are in Kingsland, Texas. I'm just driving through it and around. It's not much. But anyway, back to the Pixma printer. Customer support is good, or technical support is good. And but if you do get a Canon Pixma MG2922 printer, the instructions for setting it up leave a lot to be desired, or at least for me, since I'm not a techie. I mean, I'm not horrible, but I'm not that good. But anyway, instead of driving yourself insane, what I would recommend is this. When you receive the box, open it up, get the printer out, go ahead and hook up the power card, plug it in, turn it on, And be sure you can see the serial number, because they may ask you for that, or write it down, whatever, because in fact, they will ask you for that. And then, instead of doing anything at that point, stop right there and let me tell you what you do. And this solves all the crap. You call their customer support number, okay? And I couldn't find it anywhere on the box or anywhere else, but I did find it doing a Google search. And the Canon support number is 800-828-4040. Let me repeat that. And just in case you have a Canon printer or you're going to get one, write it down. 800-828-4040. Okay? And call that number. And one of the things you'll need to do is you're going to need to download an app on your smartphone, whether it's Android or an iPhone, doesn't matter. Download their little Canon Print app and have it on your phone. And when you call, because they're going to tell you to do a few things, and it will take you about 5 minutes, and your printer will be set up to cloud print, either using a Chromebook or using your Android phone. Okay? It's that easy. How about that? So again, call the 800 number to do it. But for $24, I just couldn't pass it up. I would, do a little review on it, but why? I don't care about the quality of the print, just so it prints something. It's a printer, copier, scanner. It's not a fax. $24, regularly $45 at Walmart.com. This is the Llano River we're crossing. This is a low water crossing, and I'm just making the loop to see how much water was in the river. Beautiful river right there, because it's all over granite rocks, and it's got granite bottom and stuff. It's really a neat little stream. Sometimes it turns into a raging river, but not often. And I'm going to turn around right here. They actually built this turnaround spot for people like me that just come out here and look at the low water crossing and turn around and go back. But on holiday weekends, and particularly in the summer, any weekend in the summer, this area will be packed with a lot of beer drinkers and partiers, and it's the poor folks' place to come and swim. That's what it is. This is it, the Llano River. It's L-L-A-N-O. In Spanish, you would normally, when it's two L's together like that, you pronounce that Y, like llano. And that would be the Spanish pronunciation, llano. But the gringos screwed it all up. They call it Llano. So, here we are. I don't know how long this thing's drug on here. Not too long, I don't think. But anyway, we're going to cruise a little bit, and then I got to go buy some groceries. But anyway, the printer works okay. They sent me some extra printer cartridges. I've got 3 color printer cartridges extra, not including the ones that are in the printer. And I've got 2 black cartridges that they sent me because of all the trouble I had. And I think that is just wonderful, okay? And because that little group of printer cartridges has more value than the printer itself. This road right here is called, I want to say River Road, but it's not. It's something else. I've been on it 1,000 times. I grew up in a small town in South Texas, and nobody knew the names of streets, really. That's where Joe Smith lives, or that's where Mrs. So-and-so lives, or that's where the first grade teacher lives. That's how you found your way around in my hometown. Or it's by the old high school, or etc., etc. So since I didn't grow up in a city, I'm not too good at remembering street names. And thank God for Google Maps. Whenever I'm traveling, man, I do rely on it when I'm traveling. But anyway, this little town of Kingsland is just a little community, a little lake community, and so you'll have like every lake community that I've ever been in and around, unless it's really exclusive like those in some in Austin. You'll have some little ghetto houses, or some really dumpy looking places, and then a quarter mile later you'll have a $500,000 or $1 million home. Riverfront property taxes are very high. Lakefront property taxes are even higher because they charge you by the foot. Yeah, a lot of these people they're on the hamster wheel. But they got a riverfront house, they got a lakefront house. Ego and Vanity Fair. I've been there. God, what a waste. I wasted a lot of years chasing my financial tail, so to speak. Down through the barnyard she staggered and fell at the door. These were the last words she uttered. I'll never get drunk anymore. Little poetry there from South Texas, US, or Central Texas. Texas is my home, I guess you'd say. Born and raised in Kennedy, Texas, USA. Population at that time about 2,000, maybe a little more. It was a little oil boom town in the 40s, up into the 50s, 1950s. But oil booms, God, they come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. But right now, oil prices are fairly stable, and that's good because that allows the oil producers to do some long-range planning. Otherwise, it's difficult. Do I think we're going to run out of oil? Sure, sooner or later. But there's a whole lot more down there than they thought. What it is, you just got to go deeper to get it. And then we have all these cave-ins, potholes and stuff where the road, I don't know what they call it, where the road just sinks down. You take out all the liquid, then the rocks, I guess, don't have any way to hold up stuff. I'm not a geologist. So I'm actually driving down this, I think it's not River Road, it's something like that though. But this parallels the Llano River in Kingsland, Texas. The river is just off to the right about, maybe 50 yards or less, not very far. All these houses on the right are riverfront houses. And these houses here will run anywhere from, I'd say on the low end, 175 to, who knows, $1 million or more. But all they do is live there and pay property taxes. And POA, Property Owner Association fees, or HOA, Homeowners Association fees. Like that girl talked about, getting out of the trap. The thing about getting out of the financial trap is you have to be able to generate income to survive. You do. And then somehow you have to plan ahead for your later years. I mean, I don't know that that's imperative, but you have to have some way to feed your face. So you need to pay into Social Security a little bit so you can draw enough to survive and also get Medicare. But there's a lot of ways to do it now. Out there on the road, there's a lot of techies out there doing web page designs and all kinds of stuff. You can be a camp host, volunteer at national parks. They pay you a little bit. Some of them do. Most of them don't now. There's a lot of things you can do to make a living out there on the road. I did a lot of them. And it was a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people. Is it a lonely life? It's a lone life. Now, lonely is in your mind. It is. It is. I remember when I was in Mongolia in the Peace Corps. I don't know. It's. I think there's a magnetic balance in your body, and once you get too far from your home base, you're out of balance. And I don't know that I was lonely in Mongolia when I was there. It was. I was going through culture shock so bad that I don't think I had time to think about being lonely and trying to find something to eat. It was difficult. Peace Corps doesn't give you a lot of help, or at least they didn't then, in 1994. In fact, they didn't give us hardly any. I was really not impressed. You know, you would have thought when you arrived in country they'd have information that would help you, you know, find a place to buy food and, you know, a place to buy stuff that you need to survive. Nope. Even though they do it, they wouldn't it was like a goddamn secret. Anyway, enough said about that. So here we are again, mixing misery and gin. I'll see if I can get the name of this road. River Oaks. Okay, this is River Oaks Drive, I think. River Oaks. Now the homes, if you'll notice, the homes are starting to get a little bigger, more expensive, because we're getting into the country club area. They do have a little country club up here. It's called Lighthouse, and it's not private. You can pay a little fee and be a member. You can be a member and play unlimited golf for about $175 a month. And they got a little restaurant that's pretty good. They got a little bar. It's a neat little area. It's neat. They have some tournaments during the week for the ladies and the guys if you're into golf. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video here in just a few seconds when we get up here in the no zone. But again, thank you for all your comments. Those of you that subscribed, you're probably wondering what this channel is all about. And I have to tell you, I ask myself that question every time I do a video, because I never know where they're going to go. They're just totally unscripted. I just shoot from the hip and see what happens. Gives me something to do. 71 years old, full-time RV, go camping in my Prius. If you do either one of those things, check out my playlist on my homepage for RVing and Prius camping or car camping. Got a lot of stuff there. Anyway, guys, this is old Rusty here in Kingsland, Texas on River Oaks Drive. It's 68 degrees right now. Temperature's going up nice. 10:42 a.m. Central Standard Time. And when we take this left, I'll cut it off. Anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water, take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, stretch your muscles and walk when you can. If you need a safe place, go to a Walmart or a Lowe's or a Home Depot and walk around. I don't know too much about shopping malls. We don't have any up here. But anyway, enjoy your day, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.